Hey guys, welcome back. So I ended up putting a poll on Facebook and Instagram to see what color you guys would prefer between the Serenity Blue and the charcoal, and Serenity Blue won. So I'm going to be painting the vanity today. So I'm going to be taking little knobbies off here. I ended up just getting black ones. I don't know why I feel like I'm looking at the camera, but it's looking at, I don't know, right? So, I gotta go get my drill. Alright, couldn't find my drill, so I ended up finding it. Alright, so I think I'm just gonna paint the outside in the blue. And then I'll probably end up painting the inside just white. You guys can't see here, but at the bottom, do this. At the bottom here, this here is like, if I paint this blue, then I'll have to like leave a, maybe I'll just do it all blue. Anyways, I'm gonna start by sanding it first. Give it something so the paint can grab onto, and then I'll start painting.
For a second there, babe.
You know what you need?
She's the one.
I thought you had bought one.
No, did I leave at some point today?
Did what?
Did I leave at some point today?
We went to Canadian Tire. Men. Alright, so I'm not sure how many coats I'm going to need. I might need 2. This is pretty dark, so I'll probably end up putting 2. Project, like on a normal, if I was doing like a whitewash kind of look, I would actually use the rust-oleum paintbrush. It's like a big round one. Well, they have a big one and they have a smaller one. So you would put the white, and then you would put, over top of that, you would put the gray, that's what I'm looking for. It's like a, I have it in my drawer. Anyways, and it gives it that like whitewash kind of look, but since I'm just doing this one flat color, I'm just using a normal paintbrush. I might change my mind though. I might do something over top of this. but what I'm gonna do is I think I'm just gonna do it all blue, and then I'm gonna go and get some like, I don't know what you call it. I don't know if it's wallpaper, not wallpaper, but it's like that stuff. You can probably get some at Dollarama. You just like stick it in the bottom of your drawers. I'll just do that. That way, at least the bottom will be protected. And I mean, the inside walls don't really get touched, so. And for the, you can't see them in here, but the legs that are on the bottom, the little feet, I'll take them off and I'll just spray paint them white. Alright, so coat number 1 is done. You're gonna let that dry for a little bit. It says 2 to 4 hours, but it usually dries pretty quick. So I didn't paint the back because you're not gonna see it. So yeah, hopefully I only need 2 coats. It's usually a pretty thick paint, so so yeah, hopefully with 2 I'll be good. I might need a 3rd, we'll see. Hey guys, so this is after the first coat. I forgot to do my door earlier, so I did it, so it's not ready for a 2nd coat yet. So I'm going to start the 2nd coat on it and see what that looks like. See if we need a 3rd. Go from there. Guys, so here it is with the 2nd coat. I ended up moving spots, so I didn't finish recording because I couldn't find a good place to put my camera. But anyways, yeah. So you can't see it on the camera, but there's like spots where this paint I find kind of like spreads when you do a 2nd coat. So see what I mean here? It's like, so it's either I do a 3rd coat or I give it an antique look with the glaze. So the glaze is what I was talking about earlier and I couldn't remember the name. I think I have some in here. Yeah, see, this is the aged glaze. I don't like that one. I prefer the gray one. Or I have wax, but it's bare. It's not rust-oleum, so I don't know if it's gonna go good together. I don't know what to do. I should almost try it on my door before I do it on the, and see if I like it. I might do that. I think I'll do a second coat on my door, try to see what it looks like with the glaze, and if I don't like it, I'll just repaint the door. If I like it, then I'll redo the whole vanity. So I have to take the legs off and spray paint them white. Once it's dry, I'll flip it over and I'll do that. So yeah, anyways, I'm pretty sure I have some of the other glaze in the house, so I'll go take a look and see what I can do with that. But yeah, so that was what I got done today, and we'll continue tomorrow. All right, so I'm about to do a third coat on my vanity. I let it dry overnight. It's been about 24 hours, I guess I'd say. So before I do my third coat, I'm gonna give it just a quick sanding. This is a 1000 grit sandpaper. I'm not even sure if you can get that at like a local hardware store. We ordered ours online. So just basically just to give it a soft sand, so that to get rid of any little chunks on it, just to make it nice and smooth. I still haven't decided yet if I want to do anything over top of it with the glaze, but like I said, I'm going to try it out on my door and see what happens. I'm actually going to take the legs off and I'm going to spray paint them today. So we're going to do that first. This is the paint that I'll be using on it. So it's still a rust-oleum chalk paint. It's just in a spray can, and it's white linen, or linen white. I'm all dirty here. So I just did my third and final coat on the vanity, and I did first coat on the back of my door. So now I'm just waiting for my legs to dry, and I'm going to come back in and do a second coat. And yeah, we'll go from there. All right, so we're here on day 3. I'm done the vanity. I just have to do, I think, another coat on the door. And I need to put a top coat on the vanity. But for painting, I'm all done. And I have to do another coat on my legs. I did 2 coats yesterday. I'll do a third one today. That should be enough. And then I'll reassemble it once it's all done. And we'll have the final look. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna try on it. So it's the Rust-oleum smoked glaze. So I would usually use the Rust-oleum paintbrush for this. It's like a round, it's like pretty thick bristles, but I can't find my small one. So I'm gonna try using cotton balls, because you can also use just like a rag to put it on. It kind of gives you different looks, but anyways, I'm gonna try it. If it's not nice, then I'll just repaint it blue, but give it a shot. This is what it looks like. The video doesn't really do it justice. I'll have to take a nice picture once it's done. So basically I kept this just the flat color, and then I went ahead and added the glaze on the edges. So yeah, I'm just gonna go around, sand it a little bit once it's dry. Fix this up here because I got some there and here. But yeah. Once the door's done, then I'll add the glaze to the door too. All right, so we're day 3, I think. I lost count. So yesterday I put first coat of, sorry, I see something here. I put my first coat of varnish, or I actually use, it's a Fusion, there's a Fusion mineral paint that you can buy, but it has like a clear coat that comes that you're supposed to put on top of it, but it works really good on the chalk paint too. So that's what I used. I'll show you what it looks like. So that's what it looks like, clear tough coat. So it's non-yellowing, that's important because I hate when stuff yellows. And this is a matte look. So you can also get, I believe you can get a gloss, or maybe it's a semi-gloss, I'm not sure, but I like the matte look because it's a chalk paint, so it's supposed to look matte. So I'm doing the second coat on that now, and I just got to finish up my door and put clear coat on top of my legs, and we're almost done. And then it'll be the big reveal. So the second coat is done on the vanity. I think that's going to be good enough because it's not like a super high traffic area. I use that stuff on my cupboards inside. I did 2 coats and it's holding up. So I just got to finish my door, and I'm not sure if I should spray varnish my legs. It might be easier, but then it won't be matte. Does that matter? I don't think it matters. I think I'm just gonna varnish them with my varnish that I have upstairs. It'll be easier, it's a spray, so. yeah, so I'm gonna do that, and that's pretty much it. And then I'm gonna do the reveal once it's done. I'll put the sink back in, and then it's gonna sit there until it's ready to be installed. I also apologize for the mom look that you guys got throughout this whole video. Between being a mom, my full-time job, my side gig with my CNC, and this whole tiny house project, what you see is what you get. But yeah. So this is the varnish that I'm gonna use on my legs. It's a Varathane, it's a water base. It's made for outdoors, so it should hold up. Considering it's the legs, it might get kicked a few times. It's non-yellowing. It hasn't really yellowed any of my signs that I've made, so I'm hoping that on the white it won't yellow at all. It's a gloss, sorry. So it'll be a bit shinier than the rest of it, but meh, whatever. All right, guys, are you ready for the big reveal? It's actually pretty nice. So I think I'm still gonna get a new tap. I think I'm gonna get like a brushed nickel or something. I think that'll be nicer. But I think it turned out pretty good.